It is 16 degrees right now. 2 more miles. It's my first ever medal. Hello. If you didn't catch my last video, it was a vlog documenting my training for my very first 10K race. And this vlog is the vlog of that race. So it starts the day before and goes all the way through race day with a little recap at the end. If you're new here, hi, my name is Hannah. I live in New York City with my husband Ross and our cat Rory. I'm a new runner. I just started running in April of last year and it's been really fun sharing this experience with all of you. So I hope you enjoy the race day and day before vlog of the Manhattan 10K. It is 3 p.m. on Saturday, the day before race day. The race is at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I'm trying to just be really excited. It is gonna be 20 degrees at race time. And you guys know I was worried about how cold it was gonna be tomorrow. And I even got my hopes up and then got them dashed because when the 10-day forecast was first available, it said that it was gonna be about 40 degrees at race time. And 20 is very different than 40, but it is what it is. I'm doing it and I'm just gonna have to dress appropriately and hope for the best. I did want to talk just a little bit about the past week because the past week didn't really go entirely as I planned. So if you'll remember, last Tuesday, like not this past Tuesday, like the one before it, I did a 6.2 mile run. My first time ever running the 10K distance. Rory, guess what? I just ran 10K. I just ran 10K, 6.2 miles. And that was my long run for the week that was supposed to have happened on the Sunday before. So then I did like one more short run in between that and my next long run, which was on this past Sunday. It was 5 miles. You know, I didn't think 2 days difference in between the distance between my long runs would make a difference. And honestly, maybe it didn't. I don't know what caused the problems I ended up having on that 5 mile run, but I had some problems. So on the 5 mile run, my calves were very, very tight. Like abnormally. I was very slow. I took more walking breaks than usual on that run. And you know, I know that I did this 6.2 mile run on the treadmill and the 5 mile run on, out on ground, on outside. I can't speak. Running on the treadmill and running outside, there's usually a difference. You know, I'm faster on the treadmill, it's easier. So I didn't think too much of it, but it literally took me the same amount of time to run 5 miles as it took me to run 6.2 just a few days before. I really didn't think too much of it. You know, I was like, running is sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes runs are harder than other times, right? And it was just the next day that I started to think a little more of it, when my calves were still really tight. Like they felt tight walking. They felt tight sitting on the couch. And I was like, I don't know if that's good. So I had a 5K run and then a 2 mile run and then a shakeout run that was supposed to be today, planned for this week. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to modify this a little bit because this doesn't feel like normal running discomfort. Like this feels like something else. So Sunday was the 5 mile run. Tuesday, I was supposed to do 5K. I did 2 miles and I did the very easy, comfortable pace. It felt okay, but my calves were definitely still tight. So my next run was supposed to be on Thursday. I decided to skip it. I did a little bit of yoga. I've been using the foam roller on my calves every single day. And then yesterday, Friday, I decided I'm gonna do the shakeout run on Friday instead of Saturday. So I did my shakeout run for the race at like 5 o'clock yesterday. And that is the final run. I did 2 easy miles. My calves felt fine. I think we're recovered. I think we're good. So all that to say, I think I increased my mileage too quickly. I think I put too much of a strain on my body. I think I need to do more strength training. My calves were simply not strong enough. I've started doing calf raises like daily. I'll just do them like standing at a crosswalk or while I'm doing dishes or something. And I'm gonna, as I start my half marathon training next week, Oh God. Okay. As I start my half marathon training, I'm going to really make a concentrated effort to be better about strength training. But all that to say, I just didn't really have the week that I had planned, but that's okay. You gotta listen to your body. I'm lucky that I did not, keep going and like actually really hurt myself. That would not have been good. So here we are. It's Saturday. I took a bath this morning. This morning I woke up and I was like, I want to take a bath, to get my muscles all relaxed. And I can't bathe in a dirty bathroom. So then I cleaned the entire bathroom, like deep cleaned it. And I'm just feeling really good about my day. So I've had a bath. I've cleaned the whole bathroom. I've done skincare. I've put lotion all over my whole body. Like, it's been a good day. So now I am gonna go out for a walk. Since I'm not doing a run at all today, I wanna make sure I'm not staying just like completely couch locked. Like, I'm gonna get outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk. I have some jeans that I need to return to Old Navy that I didn't like, so I'm gonna take those over there. And then probably also go and just get like a few things I need. Like, I'm out of dry shampoo. And while I was cleaning in the bathroom earlier, I was just feeling inspired to get things more organized in there and like have them look prettier. I have open shelving in the bathroom and I just want those to look like more organized and pretty. So I might see if there's any like bathroom organization stuff around, but I'm just trying to have a chill day, do a little walking, do a little shopping, come home, eat, and like chill out for the whole evening. I really want to be winding down starting at like 7 p.m. or something. Okay, let's go for a walk. Trying to pick an outfit for tomorrow, like so it just took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out what to wear tomorrow. I've had so many pieces of clothing on my body in the last half hour, but I think I have everything laid out and ready to go. Okay, a little tour. So here I have my race bib. I've got a hair tie and my safety pins to pin that on. I think I'm gonna pin it onto my leg. I also have my tissues, plenty this time, since I felt like I didn't have enough on my last long run. I've got my bag check bag with my coat that I'm gonna wear in the morning in it to make sure it fit. It does. Okay, so now we have all black clothing, sports bra, long sleeve Nike kind of like running shirt, fabric tech shirt, I think is what they call these. This is actually Ross's and it's too big on me. I don't care though. I want that nice warm fabric. I've got this vest to go underneath, fluffy jacket, my leggings that have pockets so I can put all the little things I need in my pockets. I thought about wearing 2 pairs of leggings, but the internet said that was unnecessary, so not gonna do that. Gloves. Oh, 1 pair of socks, but I'm gonna wear 2 pairs of socks. I need to get another pair of socks and lay them there. And then I've got a hat and my running headband. The hat or headband situation was honestly giving me a lot of grief. I couldn't decide which one because I've never really run in a hat before, but it's gonna be colder than any weather that I've ever run in before. I don't know what the stance I'm in right now is. Hang on. I had my big fleece lined hat laid out and then I was like, well, maybe a smaller hat. So I got like a more regular, not quite as warm hat. And then I was like, ooh, I could put my running headband on under this hat and then it would give me options because I'm gonna have enough pockets that it's not gonna be a huge deal to carry either the hat or the running headband. So I can either have a really warm head, moderately warm head, a not at all warm head. That's not happening though. My head will be at least somewhat warm, but I think we're good. I think we're good to go. And now I can just eat dinner and chill for the rest of the evening. Ross made this tasty roast last night that was kind of Korean barbecue inspired, and I'm having that with rice and peppers for dinner.
We're spending our final days at the off-grid cabin, preparing to close it down for the season as the colder months settle in.
gosh, look. That is beautiful. In a rather wild turn of events, I last minute decided I didn't want to do a bag check. So I'm not wearing my big coat. And I'm a little out of breath because I just ran most of the way to the train. Partially so I wouldn't be cold, and partially because I was running a little behind. And yes, in case you were wondering, it is cold. It is 16 degrees right now.
But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show.
Shout out to all the locals this morning and all the out-of-towners joining us here at Central Park for a nice frosty 10K. Good to see you. Welcome. Good energy, good vibes here at the Manhattan 10K. Again, thank you for coming out and spending part of your weekend.
Things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart.
Taking a shameless short walking break here. Not the whole thing, I'm like 2 more miles.
Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you can take me there too.
This walk out of the park into the train right now is torture. Also, like right as I was approaching the finish line, there was a guy with a horse carriage trying to steer the horse into the race. So not only do those people have no regard for, you know, animal welfare, but they also don't have any regard for other humans either.
How you feeling?
I've never been so cold in my whole life. But I feel good.
Show us your medal.
I thought wearing my medal for this part would be cute, but you can't really see it. But here it is. It's my first ever medal. I can't even gather what to say about that race. I am so proud of myself for doing that. It was really, really hard. But I feel like what I mean by that was the weather was really, really hard. I was so cold. The worst part was standing in the corrals waiting for the race to start when I wasn't moving at all, really. I was just standing there waiting. And since I'm slow, I was in the last corral. So I was standing there for longer than the people, you know, in the beginning corrals. The race officially started at 8, but I didn't start running until 8:20. And I was in the corral by 7:45. So it was a long time of just standing there. I almost wonder if it was a good thing though, because by the time I got to running, I realized that for days, I had not actually been concerned about the run itself at all, or, you know, being able to do the actual distance. The cold weather was taking up all of my brain space, and so I was just like not actually stressed about running at all. The course started off on a small hill. It was fine. I feel like it would have been terrible if it was the end of the race, but at the beginning it was good. And then there was a big stretch of downhill. Felt like I was flying. It was great. And then we hit the Harlem Hill. And I had heard about the Harlem Hill for weeks now. You know, people talking about how awful it is, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a big hill. I was kind of surprised to see it. I live in Brooklyn, and I really just hadn't done much running in Central Park before, so I didn't know what to expect out of this hill, because anytime that I've just been walking around Central Park, I haven't really thought to pay attention, you know, to what the hills look like. It's not a big deal when you're just strolling. And so we're approaching this hill and I'm like, oh, this is a hill. That hill was the first time I took a walking break. I was just kind of alternating really short spurts of walking and running the whole time on that hill. Then after that, it honestly kind of felt like smooth sailing. We hit 5K not too long after that. After that hill, there are some smaller rolling hills, but they didn't bother me too much. And yeah, the second 5K was just a lot easier than the first, so that was good. I ended up with almost a negative split. I say almost because let me look at them. My second mile was slower than my first mile, but then every mile after that, I got faster than the second mile. So almost negative splits the whole time, which was great. Mentally, throughout the whole race, I was genuinely just fine. I was having a good time. I would say maybe my lowest point was right after we crossed 5K and I realized that I was only halfway done, especially with the first half being harder. But yeah, I was just having a good time. Once I started running, I felt much less cold, by the way. The cold didn't bother me near as much once we were on the move. It wasn't affecting me like I was afraid it would. I thought that, like, I don't know, it would make breathing harder or something, because the coldest run I'd ever done prior to that was in about 30-degree weather, and it was 18 degrees when the race started. So I was really nervous about it, but it ended up not being a huge deal. I was dressed appropriately. I did end up unzipping my jacket and then my vest later, which I kind of expected would happen, so that was fine. I liked that it gave me flexibility. I also had, you know, my headband on under my hat, and I did eventually remove the headband and then put the hat back on. But yeah, I was comfortable, all was well. I got this cool medal. They had hot chocolate at the end of the race, which that was the best hot chocolate I've ever had in my life. And I don't think it's because the hot chocolate was particularly good. It was just the circumstances. I needed a hot drink so bad. I had Gatorade in my hand when I saw the hot chocolate and immediately was like, nope, I want the hot chocolate instead. So my official time for the race was 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 20 seconds, which is not fast. And I'm okay with that. Once I saw the weather and I'm stressing so much about it, I decided that my goal was just to finish. You know, I was just gonna be comfortable and have a good time, and that's what I did. And yeah, that's that. I will say that my official race time and my Strava time varied a little bit. When I turned off my watch, my Strava showed that I had run 6.45 miles. So a whole quarter of a mile further than the 6.2, which I think was just me weaving around. So I need to do better at not doing that on the race course and making myself run further. So my Strava showed my 10K time a little bit faster, but we're going by the official results because that's what's official. I'm really interested to see, though, I am running another 10K a couple of weeks after my half marathon in May. So I'm interested to see how much my 10K time increases after half marathon training. Are there things I could have done better in training for this race? Yes, absolutely. For one, I could have not taken off 2 weeks during the holidays of running completely. Like, I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. I don't regret it. I do not have any regrets. I did the race. I'm still enjoying running, and that is what is important. I never want to get to a point where I'm not enjoying running, because then what is even the point? So no regrets, but if I could do this again, I guess I would tell myself to not take so much time off, maybe follow a better training plan. Don't mess my calves up. Just like chill a little bit. Don't do the long runs so close. Don't push your mileage so much. Like, just chill out a little bit more. Have a little bit more time so that that doesn't happen. And I probably would have gone out and gone for a run in really, really cold weather at least once, because I think it would have taken my anxiety down for that a lot. But no regrets. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and the last one. If you haven't watched the training for this 10K vlog, please go back and watch that one so you can see what I did to get here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like for me. It really helps me out with getting YouTube to push my videos out to more people. There will be more running content to come, so please subscribe if you enjoyed this. There's gonna be so much more. I'm running at least 9 races this year, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Half marathon training content coming soon. So yeah, subscribe, please. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.